Hello everyone and welcome. Today we're going to make some quick and easy cards with some paper and some ephemera. I've got the Birthday Quokka 6x6 paper pad and I've got the coordinating Birthday Quokka ephemera, and this is all Cat Scrappiness products. You guys all know I'm part of their design team, and so I'm going to be using some of these. I've used this product one other time. I actually did the introduction video for their channel, and so I don't think I've shown this on my channel yet. Maybe I have, I don't know, but I'm going to focus on the paper and the ephemera today. And you can see we've got a little quokka holding a gift, a quokka outstretching its arms saying hooray, and then we've got a little girl quokka holding a cake. We've got a couple of happy birthday banners, a smaller one, a larger one. We've got some balloons, a party hat, a cupcake, and some packages, and we also have like a confetti burst and some balloons. And I'm just trying to lay them all out for you so that you can kind of get a feel for what we've got there. And we're just going to make a quick card from this. And I've got this paper pack, which I've already kind of pulled apart because I have made some cards for the Cat Scrappiness channel, and I'm just kind of showing you. They have a lot of fun pattern papers. It's good, thick, premium cardstock. It's not even like paper. It's more of a cardstock. And then you can see these pages here is where I've cut off the bottom of them and used them for the cards that I made for the other channel. And so I'm just going to pull a couple of these out, and we're going to use these. I'm really trying to use up my scraps, and so I'm focusing on that, and that's what I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to need to bring in a card base, and I didn't have any panels scored. Luckily, I had cut up a bunch of them the other day, and I had all the panels ready, just need to get them scored. So I'm going to bring in my score buddy, and we'll just score this one at 4 1/4, and then we'll get it folded over, and we'll be ready to build our card. So I just need to take a minute and get a bunch of my hammer mill paper cut up and scored and just get them ready, and that way I'll be more prepared. Now I was going to layer this on here, and I realized it's a half of a 6x6, or not, it's a little bit more than a half of a 6x6. And I don't know what I did on this. I think I must have cut it at 5 instead of 5.5, and then I'll turn it, and I think I cut it at 4 1/4 here. But I don't realize that I cut it at 5 instead of 5.5 until I get to my card base, and obviously it doesn't fit. So then I have to kind of go in a little different direction. So here I'm figuring out that I've cut it a 1/2 inch off. And I'm like, what in the world did I do? And so I'm like, okay, we'll shift gears. You've cut your panel wrong. We're going to just do something different. So I'm double checking. Yep, that's 5. So I'm going to need to cut it at 3 3/4 so that I'll have, an equal frame all the way around my card. So I'll cut this down at 3 3/4, and then we'll just take a different approach to our card. And so I've decided that it would look nice layered. I was going to just strip this red and run a strip of it down the bannered paper, but now that I have cut it wrong, I'm going to make this the backer sheet. And so hopefully I'll cut it right this time at 5.5 and 4 3/4. I've got a little dog set next to me. We're dog sitting again, so if you hear any rattling or funny noises, it's the little white miniature schnauzer that's set next to me. And I did get this cut right. However, my card base is a little bit off, but we'll get this laid down, and I'll trim it up with my guillotine, and it'll be fine. You can see we've got packages on the back of this pattern paper. And I'm just using my Sweet Petunia glue press to get that glued up. And there we got a little white edge. So I'll just take it off camera real quick and just chop that off. And now we've got a nice panel at 4 3/4 by 5.5. And then we're going to lay this down. We'll have a nice little edge around it. And I love the blue stripe on the back. Actually, hate to cover that up, but I thought I should use the banner for this because I have a tendency to want to use the more solid colors, so I'm kind of making myself use something a little bit bolder here. We'll get it laid down, and I'm going to bring in, I use this stitch rope square die from cat scrappiness. And I just, before I got started, I just took it and I just started grabbing panels out of my scrap bin and just started die cutting up just a whole bunch of those squares and all the different sizes. So I'm going to bring in this blue and this yellow and I'm going to layer them up. And this will be the base where we can create a focal point. I'm going to bring in the little girl quokka with the birthday cake. I think she's so cute. And the smaller banner, and we'll use that ephemera to kind of build our scene here. So I'm just going to layer these. That stitch square die is one of my favorites. I'm really drawn to it. So I'm just going to show you, where I just took a bunch of panels and just started die cutting them out because I thought I could break that paper scrap pile down by doing this, and then maybe using one of my little Dollar Tree trays and just put all those in there, kind of lay them aside, and then I can just pull them out as I need them. So we're going to just get this little girl laid down here on my square. And then I'm just going to let that banner kind of drape on the side there, the corner. And we've got a little happy birthday, and we've got a cake. And I was thinking about maybe using one of those balloons, and then I decided against it. And anyway, I'm going to pop this up, just create a little bit of dimension on this relatively plain card, I should say flat card. And we'll just put 3 strips of foam tape down, and then we'll get it laid down on our card base. And this little white miniature schnauzer is kind of snoozing beside me. So I'm just going to grab my bone folder and press it down as I always do, and make sure I have a good adherence, and then pull my release strips off. So just an update, preschool's going really well. My little 3-year-old grandson seems to really like it, and it seems to be going well for him. He wants to go to school every day. But when he gets home, I'll tell you what, he is hungry and tired. So I make sure I get him fed, and then he sits down and watches a little show and falls asleep and has a good afternoon nap, and he's been enjoying himself. Now I'm going to lay the gift down here because I thought it'd be nice to bring somebody a little cake and a gift for their birthday. So we'll just lay this down, and it'll fill some of that space on there. We'll create kind of that visual triangle with just our elements. And I'm going to decorate the inside of the card. I thought it'd be fun to bring the banner, this long banner, back in, because it's the bottom layer of our paper matches it. So I thought it'd be nice to just bring it back in. I was trying to decide whether to drape it or just put it in the middle or whatever. I'm just going to put it there in the middle. And it'll be our sentiment on the inside. And then I'm going to bring this little guy in that looks like he's saying hooray or yay or something like that. And we'll just get him laid down. And I'm going to put a balloon in his hand. I thought it'd be fun to have a balloon in his hand. And I've got all these ephemera pieces, so I might as well use them up and just adorn the inside of my card. And I think he looks cute on there. And then I'm just going to put some glue on this balloon and kind of put it over the top of his hand like he's holding the balloon. And I think that looks cute. So that's all I'm going to put on there, and we're going to call that one done. And I am going to make another one, and I encourage you to stay tuned because this is going to be cute. We're going to do the crafty quokka, and it is super, super cute. Oh my gosh. So this is my crafty quokka 6x6 premium cardstock, and I've pretty much blown it up. I've used a lot of it. I really like the pattern paper or the pattern cardstock that's in there. And we've got a quokka with a die cutting machine. We've got a quokka that is stamping, and we've got one that is using the markers, and just so much fun, cute stuff. We've got all the little crafty pieces. We've got markers, we've got punches, we've got a stamp set, we've got glue, we've got washi tape, just all the cute pieces. Let's see. We've got a set of markers. We've got a paper punch. And we've got our scissors. There's our glue bottle. I'm trying to get it turned around for you so you can see it. And it just, everything that we use as crafters. Just super, super cute. And I think this is going to make a fun card. Just going to tuck everything else back in there. And there's our washi tape. Oh my gosh, too cute. We've even got a little spatula. And we also have a, like a pick and stick tool with the little beads on there. And then this is the paper pack. I'm pointing to the scissor paper because I'm going to use that. And we're going to build a card. Now, I used this A2 lattice cover plate from Cat Scrappiness as well. And I did the same thing with it. I started pulling some panels out of my scrap bin and just die cut several of those out. And I'm going to use the one with the scissors on it to build this card. And I think it'll be fun. Now I'm going to need a background panel for that because I don't want just white to show through there. I guess that would have been all right. But I will choose to bring in a background panel. And we're just going to do a top folding card. I'm just going to give it an extra score. And then I'll bring in this blue, and we'll need to cut it down because it's bigger. And that's another piece of scrap from my stash. And we'll just get, I needed to cut it to 4 1/4. It was already 5 1/2. And I love this lattice cover plate. It's beautiful. And when you do it in a solid color and just put a floral focal point in the center, it's absolutely gorgeous. I love it. Just getting that lined up on there. Looks like I'm going to have a little edge on it as well. I think, I don't know, that box of hammer mill that I bought, I don't think they're exactly 8 1/2. Because I think, because I cut it at 4 1/4, and then I wind up having some that are a little bit bigger. So it must be a smidge bigger than 8 1/2, because I've had that with this entire case. And I'm sure that I can't make a mistake every single time I cut. So we'll just get this panel laid down on there. And I think it's super cute. And now we're going to bring in the polka dot. And that will create kind of a calmer area for us to lay our images down. And you can see it's got a pretty yellow pattern on the back. And once again, I'm running behind. I've got all my scheduled or required things, videos scheduled on my channel, but kind of my play things, the things that I just decide to or choose to video and play with, I've kind of got behind on those. And so I'm getting this voiceover done this morning of the day that this should run. And so I'm going to hopefully finish this up pretty quick here. And then hopefully it'll load. Some days it takes longer to load on YouTube, so we'll see what happens today. So I want to bring the little guy with the die cutting machine and the little gal with the markers and use both of them because I think they're super cute. And right now I'm just kind of sitting there thinking about what I want to do and rubbing the glue that is on my fingers from the previous card off. So this is how I'm going to lay them down. And I've decided to pop them up because otherwise it's going to be a really flat card. So we'll just bring in some more of that foam tape and get them popped up. So let's see, what have we got going on? Not much. We went to our last summer concert in the park last night, and it was a good band. Um, we've had a pretty good selection of bands this year, very good, and we've enjoyed. We didn't go the last 2 weeks because we had some conflicts. I think one of them was, I think VBS kind of set us back, and then we had rain another night, and so we didn't choose to go. But since it was the last concert last night, we wanted to make sure we went. And we did go out, and we had Mexican before the concert. Instead of eating the fair food, we had a dinner. And I went with my sister and my girlfriend Dee, and we had Mexican food on the porch at the Mexican restaurant. So we were able to be outside because it was a beautiful day. And so we did that, and then we went to the concert and enjoyed it. And that was fun. And we also made plans for Dee's birthday, and we're gonna go to the Blueberry Festival, which I've never been and wanted to go. She's been several times and said it'd be fun, so we're gonna do that. So that'll be fun. But otherwise, I don't think we really have anything planned. Exciting, I guess, except for our upcoming vacations, which that's going to be September and October. So that'll be nice. So I'm going to use this fancy stitch circle die from Cat Scrappiness and lay down some of our tools that we use. So I've got the scissors, and I wanted them to be able to really stand out, so that's why I brought that circle in. And what have I got here? I've got the glue, and I'm going to get it laid down on there. And then we'll get this laid down on there. And I think that's the little punch tool. Now I need a sentiment, and I wanted to go look for something to use, and I grabbed a Cat Scrappiness sentiment that says "You make me smile," because crafting does make us smile, and so I thought I would use that sentiment on there. And we'll just kind of tuck it in on that side, and I think that'll be cute. And I think I didn't choose to use any, I don't think I brought in any enamel dots for either one of these cards, because I thought with the pattern paper and the ephemera, they had a lot going on. So I'm just going to clean up put my ephemera away, and then we'll take a good look at this card. And I think it turned out really cute. And I like them both, and I think they're fun cards. So I hope you like them. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.